going on with it?
Hey, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, introduce yourself and let everybody know where we can find your music and everything.
All right. My name, I go by Paris Allen. You can hear me?
Yeah, not sure. We
All
can hear
right,
you.
bet. Yeah, I go by Paris Allen, and y'all can find me on pretty much any platform. Just look it up, PARISALLEN. Uh, on Instagram, all that sounds like Paris. Just sounds with a Z on there.
Let's get it. Hey, bro, you got any shout outs or anything?
The first thing I want to do, shouts out to Debonair Clothing. Shouts out to my whole production team, engineering team, just everybody, marketing and all.
That's good. All right, bro. First question. Can you walk us through your songwriting process a little bit?
Hold on. Let me turn this off because I the question again, Brody.
Yeah, you can hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, so, hey, bro, walk us through your songwriting process a little bit.
Okay, so the songwriting process, the first thing that we usually do, if we talking about like some serious music, I like to start off with like good conversations. You know what I'm saying? Because the main thing that I always try to do is, it's like a lot of us tend to talk about some of the same shit, but I try to come at it from a different angle. So it's like the content, you know what I'm saying? So I like to get good conversations going just so I can get the feel for, you know what I'm saying, certain shit that I might want to, you know what I'm saying, put in some shit. We might be in a conversation, you might drop a gem and then like it might inspire a motherfucking thought. Now I got the concept for the song, shit like that. You feel me? And then on the other end, it's a second process I do. If I'm really just trying to like go for some like club shit or something like that, when I go through that process, it's pretty much just being more selective on the beats and knowing where I'm trying to target. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, bet. I like to visualize my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in the club, I'm drunk right now, can I hear this? You know what I'm saying? And from there, it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
much, you know what I'm saying, good money from there.
Nah, that's dope, bro. Look like you put a lot into it, though, man. For real, for real.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, what are some of your musical like influences, and do you come from a like? Does your family do music? Do you come from a background of music? Feel me?
Yeah, I come from a family with motherfuckers who do music, like my mom and shit like that. She was in the industry. She was signed to LL for a little minute. That's actually how we ended up in Atlanta. But just overall, bro, shit, I've been in the studio pretty much my whole life, like in between because of that. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, my stepdad, he was a producer, produced for a lot of motherfuckers, Chris Brown, Brandy, Neo, a lot of different motherfuckers like that. So it's like that's always been like my go-to since I was a kid. Like a nigga knew, I already knew I was gonna do music for real. So it's
Yeah,
like when I started like really diving into people I was listening to, my biggest influence I'm gonna say is Pac overall, because I feel like he's a prototype to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like how you should be well rounded with your music, going into different points. Like he had some gangster shit, he had some real shit, he had some shit the kids could play. You know what I'm saying? He had some shit for the women. He pretty much covered all categories. So on that aspect, it's what I aspire to be, like a 360 artist when it comes to that whole full circle of what I'm trying to do. And outside of that, I say Wayne. And the reason I say Wayne is because one, longevity, two, his ability to recreate his flow, recreate his bars. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at
yeah,
Wayne when he was a kid, and then Wayne in that '07 run and all that shit in between, that's two totally different rappers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's pushing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like pushing my pen, like sharpening my blade with this shit. So that's like one of my favorites outside of Pac. And then my third, I'm gonna have to say X. And the reason why I say DMX is because outside of Pac, he was one of the motherfuckers who really brought the feel of whatever he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like
mhm,
he could speak to you from a spiritual edge, he could speak to you from a street nigga point of view, and could tell stories, and at the same time could give you a vulnerable part of him that'll make you, you know what I'm saying, be able to relate to niggas. So it's like being able to make niggas relate to you without coming off soft is one of the hardest things to do as an artist. So when I seen how these three really like collectively did that music and put that shit together, that's what really inspired me to be what I'm trying to be right now.
Yeah, bro, that's a dope lineup of inspiration right there, for real, for real.
Appreciate it.
Hey, bro, so, all right, so what would you say your best moment is grinding down your music career?
Say that for me one more time, brother.
I said, what would you say your best moment is grinding down your music career?
Um, hmm.
Maybe one moment.
I can't say I can't say. Hmm. I think when I made this project called Pain is Love, and the reason why I say that is because that's when I figured out my formula. Like, yeah, I done met a lot of different people, been in rooms with motherfuckers, but figuring out what works for me to get me to the next level has been the hardest thing, bro. Because I always been one of them motherfuckers who was like super talented. I could go here, I could go there. I go a lot of different ways with this shit. But it was okay, I done learned how to sound like all these people, but what the fuck do I sound like? Who am I? So when I got my identity as an artist, that right there, that was my favorite moment.
Man, that's fire, bro. That's definitely like leveling up as an artist. Feel me? You're in the beginning of you're not even in your final form yet. You just getting started again. Feel me?
Hell yeah, because now I understand it, so I can elevate.
Yeah, man. That's good. Hey, bro, what motivates you to continue to grow as an artist?
Uh, but shit, number one, always listening to the competition, seeing what's going on, paying attention to niggas bringing shit into the art form that's really like, you know what I'm saying, spreading this shit wide. Because it's at one point in time, you know, it really was about niggas being lyrical. Now it's at the point where it's just really niggas is painting. So it's like finding that in between for me. Like the fact that we have so many different lanes. Like it's not just one lane no more. Like you can really do what you want to do, corner market your shit, and be independent and really grow. So like that's my inspiration for real. Knowing that I got the access to this shit now, it's just time to make everybody hear me for real, for real.
Hey, bro, how do you overcome your challenges as an artist and grinding, with your music career?
Uh, Most of my challenges that I end up overcoming is because a lot of prayer, number one. Um, a lot of time that I take to myself and I meditate, I get my thoughts together. I got routines where I collect myself, where I might like disappear from the team for a little minute. Niggas get mad at me because they can't reach me, but really what it be is me organizing my mind, like getting everything together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Looking at my past steps I've been making. Okay, boom, boom, boom. What have I been doing? Am I fucking up? Am I wasting my time? What am I doing? Like that's what I use to really like to gauge myself, because a lot of times I had too much shit that would hit me out of left field that would fuck me up. So now I'm at the point where I want to check the shit before left field even comes.
I get that. Honestly, bro, I don't even think there's nothing wrong with it. It's a lot. It's exhausting being this creative, being an artist, and maintaining the image and all that, promoting yourself. It definitely is exhausting, bro. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. All right, bro. I got a couple critical questions for you, man. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Bro.
Hold on. Say that one more time, brother.
Kendrick or Cole?
Hold on. I think it's the signal on this motherfucker. Something. It sound a little fuzzy. Say it one more time.
What about now? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
All right. Hey, yo, Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole?
Kendrick. We had this conversation earlier, crazy enough.
Yeah. Hey, bro, feel free to give an explanation.
Okay, the reason why I say Kendrick is this right here. Kendrick has more of a dynamic flow. Like these niggas to a certain degree are like reincarnations of Biggie and Pac. The only difference with Kendrick is Kendrick can go on the same level. If we want to talk about metaphorical, any of that shit, he can do any punch that J. Cole can do and can do it a little bit better because he's more dynamic. He'll play with stacks of harmonies. He'll literally take you through a whole jazz moment in between the song. Like the way he play with music is a whole nother thing, bro.
No, I get coming from. He is crazy creative, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly his creativity will give him the edge.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna bring it to producers. All right, so, this beat or
You said Swiss Beats to who?
Dr. Dre.
Mm. I'm gonna go with Dre.
Dre. Got an explanation? Yeah, you got.
The reason I say Dre is because Dre sound and stood testimony through so many decades. Number one, and Dre is one of the only producers that can take somebody from any region and give them a classic album. Look what he did for 50. That whole sound that he did for Get Rich or Die Trying, all the drum patterns and shit, that was West Coast drums.
Yeah.
And he still laid that for an East Coast nigga, and look what he did with that. So, yeah. No disrespect to Swiss because, Swiss got bangers for days, don't get me wrong, but it's just like for the type of style that I got, I would lean more towards Drake.
Yeah. You got a good perspective there, bro. All right, let me go to it, bro. Is it Wayne or is it Jay-Z?
You said who or Jay?
Wayne or Jay-Z? Yeah.
I'm going to say Wayne. I say Wayne because Jay admitted what, you know what I'm saying, how he killed the motherfucking death for auto-tune. He admitted that, number one. And number two, like, don't get me wrong, Jay is cold, but I respect Jay as more of a business mind and what he does for motherfuckers in the culture bigger than I look at him as an artist. You know what I'm saying? That's why his artistry is the level that it is, because of the mind that comes with it. So when we go for game from Jay, we looking for business game as well. But when we go for Wayne, we looking for actual hunger, raw talent. We looking for the next clever thing that we never thought of.
Nice. All right, hey, bro, you got a 16 for us, so you want to preview a single?
I give y'all a quick 16. I
All
say,
right,
y'all remember me. I'm what y'all pretend to be, but I'm not human. They invented and assembled me. Retro, skinny jeans, sipping lean, printing green. It's not what I was, but what I'm finna be. You feeling me? If not, then massage. So you bitch made. Cosmo, the shit is so easy. I can shoot it with my eyes closed or shoot it with my eyes low. Equipped for survival. A whole bunch of clips, nigga. Call that shit a slideshow. Those are magazines that you can get subscribed for. Flame a nigga Plyro, clap a nigga Bravo. See, nigga, I'm the truth. Like, what the fuck I got to lie for? Every bar is cushion. It'll leave you with your mind blown. That 9 chrome and put him in a tied shirt. That wide hearse to get his ass up out of here and bury him in dry dirt. See, I can put in overtime when that 9 work or just beat him to death like I'm trying to die first.
all right, bro. Hey, bro, thanks for coming on, man. Hey, I look forward to networking with you some more in the future, bro.
For sure.
All right, that's it, man.